Welcome to April's Garage, and I found a list of the top 10 2024 concept cars.
Where did you find this list?
On a site called Wallpaper, which I just assumed that you knew. But
Wallpapers.com.
yeah, I guess that's a new
The
thing.
illustrious Wallpapers.com, and its Wallpapers transport editor has selected these.
It's a pretty cool concept list, I appreciate it.
Is this where you get wallpapers for your home or like wallpapers for your desktop?
You know, that is a good question, but that is not today's topic. Today's topic is
I see, so people have to discover for themselves.
Cars.
Okay.
Discover for yourselves. Now, you haven't seen this list. You don't know what cars are on there.
I'm bracing myself.
There are some cars that I cannot pronounce, so you might need to assist me.
Well, so if they start with the Jaguar concept, it's like the top one of the...
Which, yes, they do. The Jaguar Type 00. What's interesting is it came out, they premiered it at an art show, the Miami Art Week. And that's much different than auto shows or SEMA or different places like we've seen. And they've went to this very artistic direction, a complete 180 to what Jaguar is all about.
They went to where the audience that they were sort of guiding this towards. You know, they didn't want to go towards car people and sell it to car enthusiasts. They wanted to get a whole new audience of hipsters that are, you know, selling painted pottery or something like that.
Hipsters like not a thing anymore, though.
Okay, whatever it is. None of them that could afford this.
Right. Well, it is a pretty hefty starting price.
The one guy that sold his banana duct tape to a wall might be able to afford this, but otherwise, you know, it's not going to work.
Well, I don't think it has the mass appeal like you're thinking, but that's not what they're going for.
So people talked about the Jaguar, the memes, of course. The rear looks like an air conditioning unit.
Totally
the sides are very uninspired, kind of Tesla-esque, and it looks like a very elementary drawing of like someone draw a car from the future, and that's what, you know, a first-year college student would probably draw.
What I don't get is they actually have travertine stone kind of running down the center of the car. You'll see it in between the back seats here, sort of as a pillar to hold up the back seats. But travertine is so heavy. And there's a problem with cars, and you're going to need more energy to move this car, push it forward when you have rocks sitting in it. So I just don't understand that with all the, you know, evolution towards carbon fiber and Kevlar and everything, light, and now we're putting travertine in cars. It doesn't make sense for an EV.
It's fucking stupid. Yes. Anyway, next.
Stop
it. So the transport editor of Wallpapers.com is starting out strong.
Starting out strong.
Here we go.
Obviously, the next one they have listed is the Robotaxi.
There you go.
The Borg Queen's taxi now turned into this machine.
Which looks a lot like the Jaguar. I mean,
it looks
has
like a
similar
squished version of the Jaguar.
So if this is a Robotaxi that's supposed to haul people, it's only 2 doors. Obviously, it's a concept, and it's the same as the Cybertruck. Like the Cybertruck, amazing how much it looked like the final product, the concept, and all that stuff. They shrunk it, they changed it a lot. Really interesting what this final product will be, and if they're able to actually do a driverless car with no steering wheel, like Jesus take the wheel entirely, because if something happens and you're going to 80 miles an hour down the highway and there's an EMP, there's no taking over. There's no, like, I guess steer by wire, everybody's screwed anyway. But like with the Tesla, but there's no way to. Basically, it's like Jurassic Park, right? They had the thing on the steering wheel. You could not interfere with the thing.
I mean, the concept, the idea of it is that sensors are better than human sensors. We get distracted by our phones, a squirrel running across, just a flash of light, anything, where computers have sensors that have better timing and better visualization than humans actually do. And so that's the future of the EV driverless car.
Well, April, would you prefer a robot or the real thing?
Stop it. I mean, does it accomplish the same goal at the end? I'm just saying they want driverless because then there'll be more room. You don't need to put a driver in there, so you have 2 passengers, and you're still laughing about that. Oh my gosh!
She's not answering the question, so I guess that means she's giving arguments for robotics. So I guess
it's just there's no driver error. It would just be computer error, which we need to catch up because I don't think technology's quite there yet. But I like the design. What's interesting is the Borg Queen says it's only going to be around $30,000 for these vehicles. And
yes.
I just saw
Elon,
one.
you mean? Yes.
I just saw one in Chicago in person.
A Robotaxi?
A Robotaxi.
In Chicago?
In Chicago. They had it roped off, but it was in the Tesla store. And it looks really cool. I appreciate the gold color because that's kind of a callback to taxis.
I appreciate
yellow.
your wanting to preserve your battery life on your laptops where it goes dim every 30 seconds.
No,
We're using April's laptops. But yes.
Sorry about that. Okay, moving on. A Croatian startup company, Vern, wants you to buy their new car. Now, it's called the Vern Autonomous Taxi. Now, this is their kind of answer to
It looks like
Elon's
a pill you could
Cybertruck.
swallow or, yeah, I don't know.
It does look pretty wild where the windshield just kind of wraps around the entire top half of the car. But it's nice because you're kind of driving in a bubble.
And the doors go like that.
The doors kind of come out.
They pop out like that. But what happens if there's a car next to it and the door wants to go and like that? Oh, no, they slide out forward.
They're like minivan
It's a minivan door
doors.
that goes the wrong way.
Right.
But they still go out a little bit too. So.
They do. It's tricky, but their whole concept is that they're going to develop this with an app. So this is going to be something that you order from your phone, like Uber. It's a two-seater again, which they're saying most drivers.
It's in Croatia?
Times, yes, it's in Croatia.
Well, here's what they're actually going to do. They're going to fundraise all of this. They're going to raise millions and tens of millions of dollars.
Right.
Pay themselves, and then go bankrupt and never build a car.
Is that your prediction?
That's what's going to happen. Absolutely.
Well, they're putting a lot of time and energy into developing the app and developing this car. Like they have a Halo sunroof. They want it to feel more like a spaceship than a car.
Looks like the top of a trash can, or like a cooler, like the novelty coolers in the gas station where you go and grab. Okay.
Look at, and the front screen is just one wide curved.
No steering wheel again.
Screen, no steering wheel. But the thing about these cars is there's no windshield wiper, no mirrors. So that nervousness, I might need to jump in and actually take control of the car, isn't going to happen in one of these. Can you imagine being in a snowstorm or a rainstorm? You can't even see out the windshield because there's no windshield wipers, and you just have to trust completely that this car is going to bring you safely to where you need to go. That's a little nerve-wracking.
Well, you never answered my question about your preference, but I'm sure everybody wants to know.
Stop it. You're so bad. How creepy would it be to like do that with a robot? I feel like guys could do that, but like there's no way a girl's gonna want to do that, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You guys are like more simple, and like girls need like cuddle time and stuff, right?
Understood.
Okay. I mean, I guess robots could cuddle
The
too.
Tesla bot might cuddle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we have Scouts. They're coming with 2 all-new electric utility vehicles.
Nice work, yes. Very, very good job reviving the Scout brand.
Right, and we have the Traveler and the Terra concepts.
They look like a continuation of the old Scouts that everybody loved.
Which is very cool, and that retro styling, which they don't want to use the word retro, but it looks cool. What I thought was interesting is they don't want dealerships involved. They want to be kind of like Tesla and just sell straight to the consumer.
Yeah, right. Very frustrating for the Volkswagen dealer network that is already struggling, So they didn't get this really cool offering.
But isn't the government like step in because they make you go through a dealer?
They didn't with Tesla, so that's following the Tesla model where they have their little showrooms, but they don't have a dealership where anybody's doing any high pressure sales situation.
Sure. So the funny thing about this is the range is 350 miles.
Yeah.
But there's also a gas-powered range extender that you can also add on to get you 500 miles of range.
There you go.
The interior is gorgeous. They did a great job on that. Obviously, I feel like they've been researching the resto-modded Broncos to look at what you can do inside.
Right.
And it's just, obviously those are really hot, and there's a big buzz around them right now.
If this is around $50,000, it'll do well. If it's another one that's $100 and something thousand, it'll, whatever. Nobody will buy it.
So right now they're saying the Scout Traveler is going to start at $60,000 and the Terra at $51,000.
Yeah, right.
So we'll see about that.
Yeah, right. If they're selling the Volkswagen bus with 200 miles of range for $70,000, so no.
Next, we have the SM Tribute by DS Automobile.
Okay, so Citroën, the French company.
Right.
Obviously, this isn't an official Citroën, but it looks like their old
Right, they styled
SM.
it completely following that, but more streamlined, that they're saying.
I don't hate it.
What?
I don't. I mean,
Seriously? Look at the back end and the wheel arch with kind of that peekaboo pop out.
You don't like
cut
it?
out. I just look at that and think someone's gonna get their finger caught in it.
There's people that wear, girls that wear tops like that, where there's like little things everywhere, right? Little holes.
It's not in style. That was like a trend for like a minute in 2013, and it's over.
So I'm guessing it's electric.
It's fully electric. I mean, it's cool. I appreciate that they're trying to call back to the 70s sort of Citroen there. The front end, they're styling it similar with the clear...
The light bar thing, yes.
Clear light bar.
Interiors,
Inside,
very...
looks gorgeous. They have this sort of curved, swooping LED... Is that an LED screen?
Looks like it, yeah.
That is just looks really futuristic. The seats look...
Almost holographic. But
comfortable.
Is that... It's just a photo of it. So they haven't even done a mock-up of this car, have they? It's all computer generated.
All digital mock-up.
It's all another one of those where like, put down $1,000 deposit and you can have one in 2026. And then 10 years from now, oh, sorry, I paid myself my $1 million a year salary. And the car didn't get made, but we tried really hard. We tried so hard.
Right. Why don't you just start one of these? Sounds like that's a good marketing.
I just need to go to Photoshop AI and be like, hey, make me a Grand Camino in 2025, and then there'll be a bunch of April Roses that give me money, and it's just we'll make it
Maybe.
in 2027, but then run into problems.
I think it's cool. The glass front, they've copied it on the new design too. It's just an interesting car, but a lot of these are, this one, it's just modeled and like the Scout with the retro version. They're not doing something brand new and different like Jaguar did or like Tesla did with the Cybertruck. They're just kind of remaking what we've seen before.
Lovely.
Next on the list, Renault R17 electric Resto Mod X.
Renault.
You're gonna have to say that word.
Oraito? What the? Okay.
And it kind of has the wedge shape look.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool looking car.
Right.
I'm very into it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an older Japanese coupe. Honestly, it doesn't look super French. I guess there's the Renault that's modeled after, though.
Right. And so once again, they're kind of remaking an older version of a car into this. And I think it's cool. I'm down with it. The front end kind of looks like the Charger.
A little bit,
to me. But I like the shape. I think it's sexy. Inside is very different. They sort of have this binnacle design and a lot of like old man smoking room, cigar room kind of finishes and textures and colors in the interior.
This is making me really sad though, because you're looking at computer generated images where we don't get to go to the Los Angeles International Auto Show and see this concept rotating around on a pedestal on the showroom floor.
Right.
Instead, we look at a screen like, hey, we want to build this. They don't even have to do like a clay model mock-up anymore.
They might do a holographic image one day of a car, but that's all you're going to get.
Yeah, all those crazy GM concept cars of the 50s that sold at Barrett-Jackson, like the crazy Harley Earl stuff, that looked like spaceships and Gen Age stuff. And like it's supposed to be crazy like that. And then they actually build one.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is when we do go to car museums is seeing those concepts in person because they've actually built them out. And you're right, it is very cool. Now, next we have Cadillac Solay concept.
So this is the Lyrique getting its big, expensive brother, whatever it was called, the Celestique or something like that?
Yeah, the Celestique.
And then this is the convertible, stunning.
It looks like they're actually going to make this. And they style it a lot, very similar to the Lyrique. The wheels look the same. Seems like I could see this coming out for real. The interesting part about it is you see all the seat design. This is all wood inlays back here. They wanted to Celestique make it to be like the sun, I guess.
Right.
And that's kind of their marketing scheme is shining like the sun. I don't know, I'm making that up, but it's very interesting. I
think, with Bentley and Rolls-Royce building, their big electric cars, there's definitely room for Cadillac to pop in there for something, similar priced or a little bit cheaper. And I think it's just as pretty as the Rolls-Royce Spectre, certainly.
They're really trying to get it to be very different. Like even the leather inside has a pink iridescent pigment that is designed to mimic a sunrise.
I was going to say pink iridescent leather. Never mind.
Where were you?
To mimic something else.
Really, where were you going with that?
Nothing.
Seriously?
Nothing. Nothing.
But here's the weird thing. They also have this like bird calling kit that you can get with it. Yeah, it's an extra little package that comes in a nice container. And they're 3D printed like bird whistles and a sketch pad where you can bird watch in the convertible. And I don't know where that came from. That seems as crazy as Jaguar's kind of marketing scheme. Like what's going on? But I guess it's something to talk about.
Okay.
So that next we have the Kia PV5 Weekender and the EV9 Adventure, which debuted at SEMA this past year.
Okie dokie.
And they really want them to be more of like a work truck for small businesses or delivery vans, but you can convert them or have them be campers.
Look at the steering wheel folding up to where you can like chill in there.
So they really have it integrated so you can hang out in this car. This is the modern day camper.
Oh, like a VW bus. Okay.
Kind of
Pop
like a
up.
VW
Yeah, like a
bus is.
Westphalia. Okay.
Yeah, it's got the pop-up top.
Yeah.
Lots of goodies.
Okay.
Very great for camping. Have you ever been camping?
Last time I went was in my Lexus Land Cruiser with a rooftop tent, and it was miserable. One night, and I was done. I didn't sleep. It was bad.
This car, I feel like, would be fun and easy to go camping in. It's got all the amenities that you need, and it looks cool. The only thing I'd be nervous about is the range. If you're sitting out in a cold night and the battery starts draining, like.
I suppose it does have solar panels on it, though, so you wait long enough, maybe it'll charge itself up.
If you live by the equator, solar panels are fantastic.
Cloudy day, you're screwed.
If you live in Chicago, like I used to.
Wonderful.
All right, now this is number 9 on the list is the BMW Vision Nuo.
Did they fix the kidneys?
Did
they finally listen to everybody, like literally everybody?
They renovated the kidneys, but now they look like tiny little teeth because I can't get it out of my head.
No, they went
how
back.
You're talking about the buck teeth.
They finally went from, this ridiculous to...
It was crazy.
Back to like the BMW 2002-esque grille.
Right.
BMW, are you finally listening to us? We don't want to buy your buck teeth crap.
Now, this is supposed to replace the X5. It's very cool. Inside kind of creeps me out because it's off center, like that center screen tilts to the side.
Fancy?
It's asymmetrical. And I'm just kind of like, why did you need to do that? I love this screen way back on the dash, kind of in the windshield, that kind of gives you your information back there. But I don't get why it's off center.
It's not pretty. It's not BMW. I had a 2003 BMW X5.
Yeah.
Stunning inside, stunning outside.
Right.
Enormous hunk of junk when it came to quality and mechanicals and everything else. But what a fantastic looking driving machine.
Right.
Almost ruined my life having a car like that as a broke college student.
They're also claiming with this, which would be really amazing, is that you can add 300 kilometers of range in 10 minutes by hooking it up, which is a game changer.
The new fast charging battery technology.
But that's extremely fast.
I can just say anything I want with a concept car.
It's true.
It's just prove it.
That's true.
We're going to build the Starship Enterprise. We're going to build the Delta Flyer from Voyager. We're going to build a Stargate. Yes, I'm going to build a Stargate. Right there.
That would be so cool.
Yep, I'm going to do it. Look at it. Look, here's the picture of it. Look at me. I'm special.
Last on the list, we have the Alpine A390 concept, which is kind of Renault's kind of offshoot.
Yeah, okay. Alpine. I had an Alpine for a minute that Tavares bought for me, actually. So,
really?
Looks nothing like that. That is hideous. I don't know what else to say.
The 5-seater EV, and they're just really trying to get in the market there with this, but I'd say this one's off.
Everybody is trying to do this, like a big look at me electric car crossover, and it's so crowded and it's so repetitive.
And so this one, they're trying to say inside their theme is Crystal Cave Come Sci-Fi Hangout.
Wait. CUM? Crystal Cave Come Sci-Fi Hangout. What? The Crystal Cave Come Sci-Fi Hangout.
Right, and so they have unusual ideas for materials, including a recycled
You lost me.
carbon crystal-lined floor and 3D printed biosourced elastometer padding and the wraparound windshield. I don't know. This, like, I get what you're saying, where you can just create any concept and make anything up, and then it'll turn into absolutely nothing. It'll never get built. I do believe Cadillac is going to do the.
Yeah, I've got some ideas now.
You got some ideas for your.
Yeah, I mean, it'll totally burn me forever. But if I make enough money,
yeah,
you know, collecting deposits.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
What concept
right?
would you do?
I like literally whatever I want. It could a car that's can haul 5,000 people in the size of your pinky, and yeah, go warp 9. Whatever.
I like that. All right. Well, we'll look at that very soon. Thanks so much for watching.